Good morning, this is Sally with Rainy Day Gypsy, coming to you from my RV in beautiful Missoula, Montana. Gorgeous day. Thanks for stopping by. This is our last tutorial. I am really glad to be done with this one. Not because I don't like it, but because I'm anxious to go on to something else, and this one has been dragging on and on. So today we're going to finish everything. We're going to make the cover, bind her together, and then fill in any little things we need to do. So right now, just recently, before I started this, I decided what order I want my pages in. And obviously we'll have the cover, and then this will be the first page. So this is what I'm going to do. You do what you want to do, but I'm going to show you what order I'm putting mine in. There are some pages that I want to embellish a little bit more, and I'm going to do that towards the end of this video. Once I get it all put together, I will go ahead and go through and maybe add a few little things here and there. I'll speed it up at the end of the video, and then I'll just do that, and you can see what I do. So here are my pages in this order. I'm really loving her. I just really am loving her. This one definitely needs some things. This one I like, but I'm going to take these out, maybe, while I work on her. Oh, that one might be glued down. But I'm going to take these out because I might lose them while we, especially when we start binding it. And then there's the last one, the money center. This one needs something, so I went ahead and cut a little piece of tape that I want to put right there. So just make sure that everything is looking pretty stable for when we get ready to bind. So right there, I fixed that. Okay, so those are our little pages. I guess I could go through the back too. I really, really love her. She's so colorful. And at the end, if you feel it necessary, you can get a little tiny black marker and make the little antennae of the butterflies. So there she is. So let's get started on the cover. I'll show you what I'll be using. Obviously the envelopes. And if you're anything like me, you went ahead and tea-dyed them and tea-dyed the glue, so I had to peel them apart. But that's okay, that'll all be covered. But, you know, there's always something. So that's good. I'm thinking maybe I should pull one of these apart further, just because I want to. There. So let's do one of those like that. Okay, so you want your envelopes. You want this piece of lace. Actually, I want to make a page out of this lace, so we'll do that in just a second. We're going to use our little lace scraps, some washi tape, the little bowl of bits and bobbles, all sorts of goodies. And we're going to go back to that big pile of scraps, that because we're going to do a little bit of collaging for the cover. And of course we need our fabrics that I went over, I believe, in the first tutorial. What I did here is I just sprayed some alcohol ink on a paper towel, and then I just kind of dipped this in it. And I'm going to distress those with some distress ink too when we get ready. Okay, so the first thing I want to do I'm going to be using these two for the cover. And these. And maybe this. And I'm going to be using some of this 3M tape. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's kind of heavy, and I'm just going to reinforce one of the envelopes where we bind. Okay, so let's cut this at the size of a page. Actually, I'm going to cut it the size of the envelopes. Let's do this. Because I want that as a page. I'll just use that edge and cut here. And there again, no need to be real nice and neat. Typical Sally. I like that. And this page is going to actually be my first page. So now let's get started on these. I'm going to go ahead, actually before, this is going to be the back. And before we glue them or tape them down, I want to do a couple things. Let's just fold this, don't crease it, but let's just fold this and turn this into a little decorative flap. Like that. Actually, I could have gone a little deeper with that cut. I like that better. Okay. So let's start with this one because I want to put something down in here. And before we go much further, I'm going to just give you a peek at the original little Papillon journal. Here's the cover, and we're going to put all this fabric and the little words and butterfly and stuff on here. Here's the back cover. And this is where we're working now. We're going to put something down in there. And here's the front cover. I'm not going to use this tool. I think it'll get hooked on this stuff. Okay. So, let's get started. So, I want to do something kind of cool there. Oh, before we do anything, no, we'll do that next. on the outside. I think that might look kind of neat there. So I am going to just kind of hold it up and to the light and see if I can get that. And then draw around it or cut around it. Might be easier just to glue it on first. I can always trim it. Okay, let's glue that down. And let's use this glue. If you're working along with me and making a little papillon, I would just love to have you send me a video or even just some pictures, and I would post them. That would be fun. It would be fun to see everyone's. Okay, there's that. Now I want to just go ahead and tear that off. Tear that off. And then we'll glue that down. Because that will be covered. This part will. Okay, now I'm just going to trim this up. Always feels good to finish a journal, doesn't it? It's kind of crooked, but that's okay. I'm going to use my distress ink and go ahead and distress that. Okay. Now let's go to the inside of the back envelope. Actually, this will be the inside back cover. So let's put something in here and then trim it. And it doesn't have to go all the way down. I'm going to use this as a pocket. And I kind of had something in mind there. Right there. So I'm gonna tear it about that long. Let's see. Okay, let's do that. And let's trim that. So I've had 2 cups of coffee and 2 chocolate chip cookies for breakfast. So I'm not really in fast motion. I'm just shaky. Good breakfast, huh? I should have had my protein shake. Shoulda. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and boy, that was crooked. I'm just going to go ahead and distress this with some ink too, just while I'm here. We'll probably do it again at the end, but okay, now let's glue this back together. Okay, that's a good start. Now I want to glue this one here, and I'm going to run some of that strong tape there, but let's just get it glued first. Make sure you get the right ones in the right direction. The right envelope's going the right way. Okay. Now I'm not going to use this pocket because when you've got the little journal, it's hard to get in there. So I'm just going to tape that tape over right now and just strengthen that spine up as much as I can. This won't show. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start back here with this inside back cover. And let's just dig in our pile and start rolling. Okay, so I like that. Okay, let's do that. I'm liking this Tombow glue. Kind of got that by accident. I went to the local store looking for the Fabri-Tac not too long ago, and they didn't have any. And I thought, I was just kind of going through that thing. I don't want to order from Amazon. I want to order from our local businesses because, I want to buy from our local businesses because I knew they'd all been hurt by COVID. And so I went to another store and they had this Tombow stuff and I like it. I want to put something here to kind of cover that up. I like how that, well, we'll fix that in a minute. I don't like how that tape is showing up there. I'll put a little piece of this washi tape if I can peel it back. Just in the front and the back there, just to hide that tape. Okay. I'm going to do some washi tape down here too. This particular washi tape is mine that I make, and I sell it in my Etsy store. I sell several of them actually. All right, let's try making a little envelope out of some paper. And I had a piece that I wanted to use. Not a little envelope, a little pocket. It's kind of pretty. And I might double this up, and I want it to go right there. I'm going to double it up just to keep it a little bit sturdier. Let's do that. Go away, kitty. I hope Kitty doesn't jump up here. Okay, let's put that right there as a little pocket. I'm going to decorate that up just a bit. I have some old lace here. This is a really pretty piece. This piece looks really old to me. I'm sure it came from my old stash. My old stash, which I love. Let's do that. Ugh. So those of you who have a clue what's going on in my life, we're supposed to close on our lot tomorrow. That's kind of exciting news. And we have to start going to the county and start getting all our permits. Which will take a while. Get subs lined up, contractors. And that'll take a while because everyone is so busy. I'm sure it's like that where you live too. It's like that everywhere, from what I hear. I am going to look through here. I wanted to use that little, this thing. That little Lipton tea tag. And I had some words I wanted to use. I must have put those somewhere else. I put those where they were easily found, right? Where are they? Oh, here they are. I want to use that butterfly word there. And I have a little butterfly I want to use there. have the cover in my head more than I had the journal. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a little more organized mentally. Must have been the chocolate chip cookies. It's cute. Maybe something up here. Like I say, you can come back and do his little antenna. And we'll stick something in there. I wonder if I have a little piece of lace or something. No. Nope. All right. This page needs something. Actually, I really hate that. That was a goober. I can't fix it. Darn it. Okay. Maybe I could put something there. Well, we'll leave it. It's old, right? It got a goober. All right. So let's do just a little distressing on the edges here. All right, inside front cover. Do the same thing there with some washi. I'm following along my completed Papillon. Okay, I want to just put some basic page there. I'm looking for something like that. Or not. These are always good. Just going to cover the whole inside of this front cover. Oops. And I want a little color. I want a little green. I'm having so much fun planning my studio in our new house. Actually, not getting down the nitty-gritty planning, just dreaming at this point. And of course, everything I have in mind, there's no way any of that'll fit, everything will fit in there, so I'm gonna have to get serious soon about what I'm gonna put in there, but it's exciting. And of course, it's not just the studio that's exciting, it's the whole house. My husband built us an old, it's not old, he built us a new farmhouse made to look old, like end of 1980s, and people actually asked us, did you just redo this house, or did you build it from scratch? And we built it. It was gorgeous. It had over 250 dental blocks around the fascia and stuff. It was really, really pretty. Fascia, soffit, whatever that is up there. It was really gorgeous, and it was real traditional farmhouse. And this time we're going a completely different direction, and we're going to do kind of a rustic Montana thing. So that's really exciting. We're going to use some reclaimed lumber and, you know, all that good stuff. Okay. So, takes some planning for sure. We had an old barn that was built in the 1800s on our property that we sold with our house. And it caved in one winter. So we had it torn down. And of course we saved all the barn wood, and we will be using a lot of that. So that'll be kind of fun. Pieces from our old place. Kind of missing my garden this year since Danny and I just put that together last year. But I talk to the new owner now and again, and she's all excited about the garden, and she said my hollyhocks didn't make it, but my roses did, and my rhubarb and my strawberries, or let me say it this way, her rhubarb and her strawberries are going crazy. So that's kind of neat. She said, come by and get some. I thought, I don't know if I feel good doing that. I mean, I'd kind of like to, but I don't use the stove in the RV much. We just barbecue mostly, or use the microwave. And so I don't know if I could make like a rhubarb pie or anything. I've heard that the ovens in the RVs don't work very well, but I really should try it someday. Maybe mine does. I mean, you see on YouTube and everything these people that make bread and everything in their RV ovens. So maybe I ought to get brave, but I don't think I'd waste rhubarb trying on a rhubarb pie. trying to do a rhubarb pie. But if I do, I will let you know how it turns out. I'm going to put some lace across here. Guess I could split it like that. Like that. Anyway, doesn't a rhubarb strawberry pie sound good about now? I have a friend from high school that doesn't live near me at all. He lives in Idaho. And he makes these rhubarb strawberry pies, strawberry rhubarb pies, and posts them on Facebook. And he always has our high school friends, "Do you ship those? Will you mail me one?" Anyway, he looks to be a pretty good cook. Okay, that's pretty. I wonder if I want to do something colorful along there. I'm going to do that. These scissors are so dull, and they were so dull when I bought them, that I thought about taking them back. I guess I could get them sharpened, but I bought them at Hobby Lobby in Billings when I was there visiting my daughter. And of course, that's like 6 hours from where I am. 5 hours now that I'm in Missoula. And, you know, it was a little bit tricky taking them back, but anyway, I kept them because I love the color. But it kind of made me mad. And of course, they're getting more dull as I use them, but they were really not very sharp. Yeah, I like that. Of course, I love anything with that color, and I love anything velvet. And this happens to be some of my hand-dyed velvet stuff. I wonder if I ought to leave that. Nah, cut it off. Put that somewhere else. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I wonder if I should put that tool there. I said I wasn't gonna. We'll wait. Okay, so the inside covers are done. This one needs something. Is it just me because I love to junk stuff up so much, or does it really need something? Let's try. It needs something with color, or maybe with not color. I got this in a pack of stuff the other day at Joann's. Let's see. Looking through my little goodie bowl. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Maybe that. There's always something. You know, I think I'll put it down lower and cover that up. Ha ha! I might have to use the fabric tack for this. We'll see how this holds. Okay. Okay, we'll see how that goes. If I have to reglue it, I will. Okay. I'm still feeling I'll do that. After all, it is called junk journaling. Junk it up, I guess. Okay, that did it. All right. Let's turn it over and do the back. Okay, so this will be the front where the fabric goes. This is going to be the back. And let's see, I'm going to start with just collaging so that you know, I have a base. And I'm going to do a base over here too, so let's just do the whole thing. Did you ever think in a zillion years that you would have fun Tearing old pieces of paper and gluing them down on other paper? I didn't. Crazy. Yes, it is crazy, but it is fun. Oh, I like this one. Okay. Yes. Let's get that stamp in there. Okay, I think I will do a little bit of stenciling on this. Yeah, stenciling. Okay. That was fast. All right, let's see. Getting low on glue. Feel it needs something. What does it need? I will show you what I'm going to do. I use these old pieces from the binding of books. And I'm going to have that there. And I'm going to glue my tie through there. So I will have that. Maybe that's all it needs. So I wanted to put a little label down in there. Do that. I know, I just covered up my stenciling. All right, so at this point then, I'm going to glue this here. This is your tie that you're going to be tying the book closed with. I'm going to glue it right there. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Just because I think it's stronger and it grabs quicker. Okay, so I'm going to put a lot of glue on this because it's old and I'm not sure what it's made of. And I want it to stick down. And I think we'll do some collaging on this side, and then we'll work with the fabric. Oh, I want to distress this too. You know what I might do here is a little piece of that. I love this stuff. Yeah, I'll do that. I think that'll stick. And I'm just going to do that. That stuff sticks really good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my ink and distress this real quick as soon as I put the lids on my glues. If anything like this just starts to tear or pull apart, you can always come back and just put a little washi tape there. Look at that. I love that, you guys. And I love that. Let's do this. All I want here, let's look at this one. I've just got some stuff back there. I've got some green paper and I've put some lace, and then I went ahead and did oh, was I showing? I was out of frame, sorry. So I've got some blue paper back there. It looks like I used some alcohol ink, maybe. And then I did some lace, and then I did the fabric. So, ooh, we're almost done. Let's see, I'm going to do going to do that. You'll notice that most of my journals don't have a whole lot of space for journaling, which is kind of goofy, but I have too much fun junking them up, I guess. But I do put those little pieces of paper, you know, like make the little notebook inside that you can do things on. But the next one I make, you heard me say this, you heard it here first. The next one I make, I really think I'm going to try and make more room for journaling. You heard it here first. You know, more blank pages or whatever. You know, you can always put the little cards in with little tags in, you know, with places to journal. Those sharp scissors. Oh, I pulled this out of I think it's a Tim Holtz Papers maps, and I thought that was kind of cool there. Some of that. Most of this won't show, it's just the edges. Okay, on with the fabrics. So I have 3 different fabrics here and 2 little pieces of a doily that I tore apart. And I'm going to put them down first and then I'm going to distress them with some ink. So thinking this one first, and let's let it hang. Oh, I need some lace here. This is really old. I like that. There's a corner. Must have been an old, I don't know what it was, curtain maybe? I'm going to do that and let it hang over the back. Okay, so let's cut it about here. That's going to be cool. But I'm going to use this. This lace is very, it's like netting. Might be hard to get a good place to glue down. However, the fabric is going to glue over it, so that'll be okay. I'm going to trim some of these up. Okay, so that's down as good as it needs to be for now. And I'm going to put this on right along that edge, and I'm going to let it hang over the top. I think I'm going to do this one like that. And there, right there. I like that, just exactly like that. And then I got to find my butterfly and my words. Oh, and I need these little guys tucked under here. Maybe even tucked under this one. All right, let's get this one down. Oh, come on, Mr. Glue. Okay, it's not cutting it. Let's find that butterfly first. I don't know how big he needs to be. There. So I could put these here and here. Let's do that. I cut the tip off of that. I think I went a little overboard, but that's okay. Yuck! Glue everywhere. Okay. And we need to find our little letters, be still and no. We need room for those, so let's get those ready. All right. One of my favorite scriptures, though I cannot quote it to you right now. I will be putting this little Papillon. I always keep my originals, but I will be putting this little Papillon in my Etsy store if anyone would like to purchase her. Just so you know. Okay. I'm going to do a little ink distressing here. I don't want to get too carried away. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, that cover is done. I like how this wraps around. Okay, I like that. Now I am going to glue on the gem I have here. And I want this end to go under it. Like that. Really have to cut this down. We're going to. Well, once we get stuff in there, it'll be okay. All right, this one I'm going to give a ton of glue. And that is what I would call a ton. We'll just let that sit. Oh, my glue is going all over the place. All right, so now we are getting ready to, we'll get ready to bind. And while we let this sit, there are some things we can do. While this is drying. So let's get our pages. And we need to poke holes in those. I'm sure most of you have done some binding before. But we are going to stack these so that they're centered top and bottom with each other. In the order that you choose. So I'm not going to put this one high or low, I'm going to center it. And as you go through, make sure every page is strong enough to withstand the binding. If you have to put a little extra washi tape or whatever, make sure you do it now. Okay, so there we are. Make sure they're all together like that in the binding area. Okay, so what I need to do is get a big book, and I need to poke holes in those, and I need a big clip too, so I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just make sure that I have all of these as far back together as I need them. And I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put a big clip at the top of each of these, even though it won't catch the little ones. Guess I'll do one down here. Now I'm going to get a book. Under cover. This is one fat little Papillon. And I'm going to get my pokey stick. I'm going to start at the center. I'm going to poke 5 holes clear through. One at the top, one in the middle, one between those two. One at the bottom, and one between those. Actually, I want to catch that money. Okay. Now I have threaded a needle with some waxed thread, waxed linen thread. And I took about 5 lengths of the book, maybe closer to 6, and start binding. But I don't want it to go through that ribbon. Just leave a tail about like that. This is so thick. I think this is why some people don't embellish their journals until they're all sewn together. And I might want to try that next time. I've got a lot of stuff in this one. And I may have been better if I would have done it after I had it together. But it's too late now. And your top and bottom string, ooh, that's way off, are not going to catch your small stuff like this. It's just your middle 3. See, it won't catch that little one. And more than 2 ways to skin a cat. So we'll just play along here, and there. You don't want to pull so hard, so tight that you tear your pages. Oops. Back down to the middle. And let's come up to this one in between. Now let's go down to the one between. Oh, maybe I'll just go through that lace. Let's go down to the one between the bottom and the center. And then down to the bottom one. Back here. And back through the center. Yay! We did it. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay. Let's put this one on the other side of this, just for good measure. Boy, I got a lot of thread, but that's okay because I want to tie some pretties on the end. And I do four of these. It's not scientific. It's Sally science. Okay. There she is. Okay, now she's a little hard to close because she's so fat. And but it's going to work perfect. Okay. So while we're here, I have these little baubles that I want to put on there. I found the perfect ones. Look at that. And a key. And I want them hanging out just below the book. Perfect. I think maybe I'll put a little glue right there. So let's close her up. Now, I'm not going to do too much more to her because she is getting so fat. She doesn't need any more chocolate chip cookies. And then I'm going to turn the camera on fast and I'm going to go through and just do a couple things to her that I want to do. So there she is. Isn't she cute? I just love her. I absolutely love her. I love this page. So delicate. That one's romantic, and I love this. And I want to put a couple little things, certain areas here. I love everything about her. If your flap doesn't work with your little jewel, just go ahead and trim this back. I might have to do that. There she is. Okay, thanks for being with me. I'm going to turn on the camera at double speed, and I'm going to go through and embellish just a little bit more. Thanks a lot for staying with me through this project. I hope your project turned out as lovely as you wanted it to. I know mine did. I'm really happy with it. So thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye-bye.